Lazy D here. Today I'm working on this 2020 Can-Am Defender Pro HD10. This is a regular customer of mine's machine. I pretty much exclusively service this machine. It's coming around on another service, but a bigger issue is he let me know he was driving uphill and he was hauling some hay and it felt like it was running out of power. And he related this to old machines he's had that have had clogged fuel filters, said it felt like that. So I've never serviced the fuel filter on this machine. I did a quick search on Partzilla. The only fuel filter I saw is on the fuel pump module in the tank. So I'm thinking that is the only fuel filter. I'm gonna have to clean it out. But first, let's look at some other things here.
It's pretty easy to tell that a rancher's been using this, and this is kind of the shape I get this machine in a lot, which is what's expected because it's being used for hard work. The one thing I see here that could also be related to this fuel pumping issue or a fuel pressure issue is this is our fuel fill area. This is our fuel fill cap. And you can see how much dirt and mud and cow crap and grass and straw has built up there. And in most cases, when these machines are refueled, they're probably not cleaned off. So if this ends up being a fuel pressure issue, I wouldn't be surprised if we pulled out the fuel pump module in the tank and found a bunch of crap in there. Additionally, in most cases, this is probably enough evidence without checking the fuel pressure to go ahead and spend the time pulling the fuel pump module out and just checking the sock that's in the tank. But if I can hook up a fuel gauge or a fuel pressure gauge real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and do that just so we can kind of be a little bit more thorough about our diagnosis, and I can show you how I did it. So I got the bed popped up here. What I did real quick is I popped off this fuel line. If you're gonna do this, be careful because it's probably pressurized. There's a clip on each side, top and bottom. You push them in, and then it's a little helpful to push the clip tighter on first and then pull it off. You might have to wait a little bit. But there's a quick connect barb right here. I checked my fuel pressure test kit. I don't have an adapter to test right here. So I'll look if I can find something handy that's available and work for people. I'll put it on there, but I'm gonna go test drive this thing. I did want to note, I'm looking, here's the fuel injector for the rear cylinder, or the fuel injector's down here. This is where the fuel line connects. And here it is for the front cylinder. These two lines come here, connect at a Y, come around here, and go directly back to the fuel tank. So I think the only filter in this system's in the tank. I'm still gonna go test drive it, and I'm obviously gonna clean all this off before I try to get inside there. I don't wanna create any more contamination than there probably already is. I got this bike all cleaned up. This was after my test drive. I drove it, but I wasn't exactly 100% on verifying the customer's concern, figuring out what symptom he was actually experiencing. I think this could be because he had a bunch of hay in this and I do not, but I'm gonna go ahead and proceed with removing this fuel pump module down here. First, I'm gonna take this lid off. There's a couple screws, clamps, and some zip ties. And then I'm gonna blow this all off with compressed air and try to get that off. Before I use this air nozzle, I wanna show it to you. I'm gonna put an affiliate link, so if you buy it through this link, it'll kick me back a little bit, but I went a lot of years cleaning and working on machines without having one of these air nozzles. It's a 4-foot long air nozzle. So when you use this, I can get pretty far away and I'm not blowing dirt and nasty shit in my face. So if you have an air compressor and use air tools and work on machines, I would definitely recommend getting one of these. Here's an up close of the valve. There's a little brass housing on this valve and a little stainless rod sticking through. Seems to be pretty well built. I've had mine for probably 1.5 or 2 years, and it still works great. The discharge end of this tool is a 1/4-inch MPT and has kind of a soft rubber nozzle on there. So when I disconnected this vent line, I heard pressure bleed from somewhere. So that's telling me that this may be plugged, and I just blew through this. It was kind of plugged at first and some water came out. So this could possibly be our issue. So this vent line that comes off the tank is connected to the fuel pump vent right here. Comes over this Y, and then there's a check valve off each of the branches of the Y. And this is one goes up here by the air box, comes out there, and that is where, if this needs air to go back into the tank, it's sucking it from here. And then if there's too much pressure in the tank, it's actually going to vent it out over here, which was zip tied to when this air ducting was here. I noticed on the discharge side here, it might be hard to see, but it looks like there's some water in here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this off, drain the water, and then I'm gonna proceed with opening this up. Since I've gotten this far, I do wanna look at that filter that's on the fuel pump. Because this fuel line that leaves the pump is crimped on to this nipple, I'm going to try, I'm not sure if this is going to work, to loosen this and then lift up the pump at the same time and see if I can leave that connected, which it looks like has worked. So now I'm going to pull this fuel pump out, lift this gasket up. Got this fuel pump pulled out. This sock looks really clean to me. I look in the tank, let's see if I can see in there. A little bit of gunk in the tank, not a lot of small debris, it's more big stuff. I don't think that's what's causing this issue. I'm gonna go ahead and clean that out real quick with a little suction tool and put this back together. If you're using this video to replace your fuel pump and you're just putting it back in, I want to point out there's an arrow on the fuel pump here that points to this arrow in the tank, which is how you should align this. This is the correct alignment. The hose is pointed towards the engine, or the fuel hose is pointed towards the engine, and the connector is pointed pretty well towards the engine. Got this back together. I just want to say, if you're using this as a reference to replace your fuel pump, I'm pretty sure if you get a new fuel pump, it's not going to come with this style clamp or the hoses. So you're going to need to break this clamp off. You can do that by grabbing here with pliers and twisting, and it should snap off. You don't want to snap the plastic off, but you want to kind of wiggle and twist, and you'll see this part that's clipped in will come off. And then obviously put this on a new fuel pump and use a hose clamp here. I'm going to send this machine back to the customer. I'm confident that that plugged vent line is what was causing his issue, especially being that I drove and it did not experience the issue. I'm imagining if I did an extended drive with that vent plugged, the fuel tank would vapor lock and there would be a loss of fuel pressure. So that's a story I'm sticking with. Hopefully this is helpful to you. If you like this, subscribe, comment, or like the video. Thank you.